Hey people, my video did something funky, so I had to delete the earlier recording. Um, I looked like my face was entirely in front of the camera, and I just didn't want to overwhelm anybody with that kind of a view. So I decided to delete it and redo the video. So here we are doing the second live of the day. If this is your first time connecting with me, I'm Uma Girish. I serve as a grief guide and I'm passionate about helping women who are transitioning through a variety of losses, whether it's the death of a loved one, the end of a relationship, the loss of a dream, watching an elderly parent descend into dementia, or even mourning the loss of the childhood that you didn't get to have. All of it is welcome, and I help women who are feeling completely out of control and are in pain 24/7 to make peace with their pain so they can finally feel a sense of control over their lives. So I do these Facebook Lives every Tuesday, um, and I offer a little tip or a strategy or a kernel of wisdom, a nugget to chew on, whatever you choose to call it. One of the most common questions I get from my clients and workshop participants is, how do I deal with the physical absence of my loved one who has crossed over? That is a really hard one. It is something I struggled with when my mother died in 2009. It seemed like, even though she was battling a cancer diagnosis, and we knew towards the end, my sister said she knew that there was no chance of um, her recovering, her surviving it. When the moment of death arrives, no one is really ever prepared. No matter how much you've talked yourself into believing that this is the ultimate reality, no matter how much you've opened yourself up to that space of acceptance, when the moment of death arrives, it is still really hard. In the days, weeks, and months that follow the loss, many of us wonder, where did this person go? This person who occupied such a large part of my life, so much space in my heart. It's almost like they disappeared into a void in that one moment when they died. And so we are racked by this question: what happens to our loved ones? Where do they go? What happens when they cross over? How do I connect with them? And these are all really valid, good questions. But I'm going to answer a piece of it today by using a little paragraph from the Vietnamese Buddhist monk Thich Nhat Hanh. This is a paragraph from his book, No Death, No Fear. And he says it so eloquently that I wanted to share it with you. When the cloud is no longer in the sky, it doesn't mean the cloud has died. The cloud is continued in other forms like rain, snow, or ice. So you can recognize your cloud in new forms. If you are very fond of a beautiful cloud and your cloud is no longer there, you should not be sad. Your beloved cloud might have become the rain calling on you. Your beloved one continues always. Meditation helps you recognize her continued presence in new forms. Our nature is the nature of no birth and no death, the nature of a cloud also. A cloud can never die. A cloud can become snow or hail or rain, but it is impossible for a cloud to pass from being into non being. And that is true with your beloved one. He says this so beautifully, emphasizing this fact that energy cannot be destroyed. We are not born and we don't die because we are not these bodies. We are the essence, the soul that resides within. And so the truth of what he's saying really strikes me at a very deep level, because that is the truth. We don't die and we are not born. So we transform. Energy can be transformed. Energy can't be created. It can't be destroyed. So if you're struggling with this idea that your connection with your loved one in the physical realm is over as you know it, as you see it, as you've experienced it, that feels true for you. Absolutely. And I would not do a thing to take that away because that is real. However, I invite you to open your heart to the possibility that this connection endures, that love never dies, that you can learn to communicate with them in different ways because they have just transformed. This energy of the body is no longer required, they don't need it anymore. They have transitioned to the realm where they are soul, they are spirit. And if we learn to tune into that radio station, we can certainly make the connection. Because as Thich Nhat Hanh says, it is impossible for a cloud to pass from being into non being. And the same is true of our loved ones. So I hope that gives you a little bit of peace to carry into your day or evening, wherever you are. And if you have any questions, thoughts, ideas, reflections, comments, please post them in this link. I would be happy to read them. Let's engage. Let's keep the conversation going. If you'd like to check out my website, there's a ton of content. I have been writing blog posts for years and years. You can find some podcast episodes and all that good stuff. So hop over to umagirish.com and check things out. As always, I love bringing these little nuggets of wisdom, information, knowledge, inspiration to you. So if there are specific topics that you'd like me to speak about, by all means, post them in the comments, and I would be more than happy to answer questions you have, any suggestions that you have for me to do these lives on specific topics. I'm happy and open to that possibility. I hope the rest of your day goes really well. Take good care, and I send you so much love.